What's up, Massive? It's DJ Bubbles here. Another road trip today. We kind of went, traced back our steps. We're back at O'Neill Famous Studio Music Basket Productions, and I ran into a familiar face from home, the bigger boss himself, Glen Ricketts. How are you, Glen?
I'm very fine,
Are
thank
you
you.
missing home, Toronto?
Yeah, I do miss it.
You miss it?
Yeah.
What do you miss? The cold, the snow?
Well, I miss everything.
I guess the people, right?
The people, that kind of a living up there. I love the lifestyle,
Yeah,
I miss the lifestyle and the scenery and everything. And I have a lot of friends up there too.
definitely.
And also the band Crack of Dawn. That was my favorite people, And I spoke to them a couple of times this week.
This week.
Yeah, and they're planning to come to Jamaica.
Oh, that will be amazing.
So I was waiting to hear what the final result is, We'll take it from there.
Definitely, my friend. So you want to tell the Massive what brought you out here to JA?
Well,
I heard you working on an album.
I'm working on an album, but that's not what brought me here.
Okay.
Because I'm always was recording in Jamaica, right? But I'm in the process of finishing an album now, try to get it released by now and before I go on tour, because I'm trying to do a little tour.
Where will you be
Belize and Curacao and LA and
Europe.
yeah,
Yes.
well, Europe is my big spot.
Definitely.
But I lost my status in Canada
Oh,
because I grew up in Kitchener, Ontario,
yes, you did.
right?
Yes.
And because I came to Jamaica and I got involved with the recordings and I stayed here for 17 years. I overstayed. So I said, man, you don't want to live in Canada, because 17 years you stayed there for so long. You're a resident in Jamaica. So when my father died, I went back up and I tried to appeal it, but they let me stay for 5 years, and they said because I didn't, they don't have no reason to run me out of the country, but. I got a visiting visa when I went up there, and they extended it for all the time, which I appreciate and thank them for. I never get to go to my mother's funeral because, it was too hectic, and I never get to do the processing the right way to go.
Definitely.
So, you have some of the red tapes here and there, but I still miss it. But, I'm planning with somehow with the cricketer, because I hope that we get to do another song that can do as well as this, so we can go on a little tour, because he wants to go to Canada too, because I think he had a #1 record there. So sooner or later things will gel the right way with the father.
Definitely, we miss you too, the reggae music fraternity, definitely. And like they said, there's no reason to, run you up, but you're still, carrying reggae music. Belize is a big move. LA, that's massive. You're doing pretty good, so to me it's all father's works. And we were just listening to your song you did, that video. I'm just wondering if you could pull it back up for me so I could give the Massive a preview.
Okay, let's see.
On YouTube?
Oh.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, so let me pump up some volume on this. Tell the Massive the name of this track.
Well, this song, How Can I Forget?
How Can I Forget You and
Marlon Samuels,
Marlon
icon.
Samuels.
He's a cricketer,
Plays cricket.
Yeah, he's a great cricketer.
Massive, check out the track. How Can I Forget? And I hear this is on the charts in Jamaica right now.
Yeah, it's playing a lot, on the stations,
Definitely.
It's doing good. We've got about almost 90,000 views so far in 2 months.
Amazing. So it just got released 2 months ago.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. So So this is what's up, eh?
Hmm?
This is
So
what's up, eh?
yeah, you need to send it up.
Oh,
Let
don't
me get
worry about
let me
it.
get 100.
All right,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking to the right person.
yeah.
So I'm just wondering, Glenn, how do you find the reggae music industry in Jamaica?
Well, okay.
I mean, real authentic reggae, like what you have brought to your fans.
Well, okay. I would say that reggae music has grown in different ways. Like the younger generation now. It's not to say I think they get a little bit misled with lyrically
Right.
because there's freedom of expression, with Vice Cartel and Ninja Man and all them kind of things, right?
Profanity and
Right?
violence.
They get this confidence that they can say anything they feel like. The singers and the players of instrument in Jamaica, as the young guys, as far as I'm concerned, they are very talented,
Yes.
and but they need now for it to educate people and also to show love in the music. They need to go back and look at themselves and look at what was like when Bob Marley and the Eptones and the Burning Spear and Dennis Brown and
When reggae was real.
exactly.
Yes.
No, I find that right at this moment, if guys like Wayne Marshall and the guys that is starting to put a little highlight on the melodical part of the music now, and they're starting to change some of the music, and I find that I would say within the next 9 months to a year, I think that the direction lyrically is going to be a lot different because Jamaica is a place where there's a lot of hurt going on and there's a lot of violence and there's a lot of love also.
Struggle, yeah.
So you have some guys like you have Mikey Spice, you have myself, you have Barris, and you have guys that are fighting to keep the music on a certain level,
Preservation,
right?
yeah.
So I find that, and you have engineers like Stephen Stanley who is enormous, great, that knows it, you know what I mean? And I find that the music now, the kids that are not going into music from coming out of Jamaica School of Music, they are starting to put back the liveness in the music where it's not just a computer playing back anything, and they're actually going in there now and starting to play.
So they're taking it
but
back.
so it's just that the radio station is not getting enough of it at the moment. Because they take it in the studio, they have to pay money to record it. Then they have to pay money to promote it. Then they have to pay money to the musicians, and they have to pay money. There's money flying all over the place.
Yes.
So what happened now, I find that going to different studios, because I travel a lot around the studios.
Yes.
And I find that compared to 4 years ago, or even 3 years or 2 years ago, I find I never saw no live music going on where they actually play. No, almost every studio that I'm going in now, I see a drum set and I see 2 or 3 guys playing together,
That's
or 4
amazing.
guys playing together, and the music is starting to sound. It's not really out there as yet, but it's coming.
Definitely. So
Because-
what you're seeing is the examples of
Exactly.
artists
Because
such as yourself.
they had to shape up. You want me to tell you
Yes.
why they had to shape up?
Tell me.
Because you have bands from Germany, Canada, America, Brazil. They are playing reggae music.
Definitely.
They're not joking around,
Mm-mm.
right? And Jamaicans are all over the world,
Definitely.
right? Even from Africa, I hear some bands that say, "Whoa," and they're mixed. They're mixing up time signatures, and they're mixing up reggae with bossa nova. They're mixing it up with African beats, Indian beats, and reggae. So there's getting so much color to the reggae music now that I think it's probably going to be the #1 music in the world very soon.
I believe so, and it's speaking of #1 in the world. How do you feel about the fact that although reggae has made a lot of, accomplishments, differences in the lives of people abroad, how do you feel about the fact that we're still not considered mainstream?
Well, you know, I wouldn't say that we're not close to the mainstream. You want to tell you why?
Tell me.
Okay, if you were supposed to go to 100 homes if I'm gonna put it in Canada now,
Yes.
right? I think that you'd find at least 89 or to 90% of the homes have some form of reggae in there.
Reggae. I mean, like the commercial stations, like, I know we've got, I'm sure you remember CHRY and CKLN. Now we have G98,
Yeah,
which is a
I left that there.
commercial, yes, a commercial Caribbean station, but we still haven't achieved mainstream, like on Kiss FM, Chum FM.
Oh, you mean as far as that is concerned?
Yes.
Well, I think the problem with that, right, is that, okay, you see as how the Canadians promote their music,
Yes.
they are very upfront with it. They all right, I went to Canada in 1965, right, as a child. I grew up there. And when I was growing up, I went to KCI Collegiate. And I can remember the first party that I went to. I came from Jamaica with something like 45, eh? Because I loved my reggae, right? And I went to the party and I put it to play. They asked what you have there, and I gave it to them and let them play. And when they heard it, they go, "What is that?" And I had even James Brown in there. They didn't want to hear that. And when they put on their music, right, they were playing like Led Zeppelin and all these guys, eh? And they were dancing to it. I couldn't dance it because the rhythm was all of a sudden hearing no rhythm and nothing. I just hear some guitar flying all over the place. No. Today, right, I've seen where Cracker Dawn was probably one of the first bands to really play reggae live, boldly, inside of La Cacador and all these places. But we didn't put the reggae like, say, we played a whole reggae song. We would sing, say we're doing A Woman's Gotta Have It, and playing like that, like a funk song. At the end of the song, when we're coming close to the end, the drummer would go and play reggae. We end it with a reggae beat, and they start to get to, hey, yeah, they start to get to listen to it. And that time Bob Marley was unheard of, you know. None of the reggae bands going. Then have a group called Haitian People came about, which was a reggae band, and they started to promote it now, right? Yeah, and then we couldn't go and move from that funk that we were in because we were signed to CBS, and it would be like they'd probably want to take us off the label if we just go and switch to reggae. But I think that Cracker Dawn, as a black group, was the first black group to record a reggae song for Columbia Records. The reggae song was called "Oh What a Big World."
Wow.
And actually, when Cracker Dawn recorded it, and we got excluded from the contract, they kept me on the label, and that was my first single on CBS record, and that was 1975.
I was about 3 back then.
So it was a song called "I Got Something for My Baby," which was played at Chum. Chum played "Oh What a Big World." They played the reggae song.
Wow.
You know, 1975. But you see, now, what I look at now is that the management of that we had, they were scared, just like when Cracker Dawn was first being signed to the label. The producer he used to produce James Brown. He was from New York. His name was Bob Gallo.
Okay.
He was the first producer to take a black band on the label. So that's why Cracker Dawn was noted as the first black band to be signed to a major label in Canada.
Wow.
No, no, we didn't have the management to go to these radio stations and say, hey, this is the music and it's reggae. Play it, you know? Because the lyrical content was just as good as what was happening with any other music. But we didn't have no one to talk for it.
Advocate.
Yeah, you understand? So you see when Bob Marley came along now, he had a bunch of people talking for it. And he had someone that looked like them, talking to them about it. Say, hey, listen to this. Because the lyrical content was there to uplift humanity. You understand what I'm saying? So if we had although Bob, what's his name? The guy that was managing Bob at the time.
I forgot his name.
Don Taylor.
Okay.
Don Taylor offered us a contract, but the band, it was so sad that it happened when the band was being dismantled. You know, because I know that he would have pushed it just like Bob Marley, right? Because we were before. But as I look at it now, I can say that the people like Dennis Brown and Bob and Alton Ellis, Delroy Wilson, I have to really put my head down and honor these guys because they went with them. They didn't make the money that they was making, no, but they worked. They sacrificed their life, their time, you know, and their energy and to make it happen.
And they still live in the music.
And their spirit is still there.
Definitely. So it sounds like you've been, around for some history in the reggae music.
Yeah, I think I was preserved for that point. I think